This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of August 30th, 2022. I'm Alex Brown. The Indiana Hemophilia and Thrombosis Center in Indianapolis will next month pilot the Partners Physician Academy, a week-long national education program. Director of Medical Programs Chris Roberson says the pilot aims to address a shortage of doctors specializing in classical hematology.
We've seen over the past 10 plus years a pretty consistent decline in the number of physicians who have been exploring this career path. So the Hemophilia Treatment Center network across the United States, which is comprised of about 150 centers like ours, have really been struggling to recruit and retain physicians who want to focus on the disease states that we treat.
The program will include 15 physicians either in fellowship or early in their career. And Roberson says plans call for expanding the program to more participants in the future. The Indiana Chamber of Commerce has named the City of Columbus its 2022 Community of the Year. A panel of judges said the city of 50,000 is the complete package, offering a robust business climate, philanthropic spirit, and exceptional workforce. Tennessee-based third-party logistics company Geodis is preparing for the holiday season and says it will hire nearly 800 seasonal workers for its Indianapolis area warehouses. Despite current economic instability, the company is expecting healthy consumer spending this holiday season as global supply chains continue to stabilize. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
IBJ Media delivers business news covering central Indiana and the entire state. The Indianapolis Business Journal and Inside Indiana Business are now part of the same family. Look to the IBJ for in-depth coverage of central Indiana's business community and tap into Inside Indiana Business for stories that extend throughout Indiana. 2 resources, unlimited business insights that help you stay informed and get ahead. Learn more at ibj.com and insideindianabusiness.com.
Indiana taxpayers were out close to $250,000 for the special legislative session earlier this summer. Inside Indiana business reporter Wes Mills has details.
House and Senate officials provided the Indiana Capitol Chronicle with data on the cost of the special session, which largely involves a per diem for legislators as well as travel expenses. For the 2-week session that lasted from July 25th to August 5th, per diem cost came to just over $208,000, plus another $31,000 to compensate lawmakers for travel to and from the State House. That brought the total cost of the special session to just over $240,000. Legislative staff previously expected the session to cost around $280,000. Senate spokesperson Molly Fischel pointed out the regular session ended 5 days early in March, saving Hoosier taxpayers money. She declined to further comment on the special session expenses. The session saw the passage of a near-total ban on abortions in the state, as well as a deal providing wraparound social services and inflation relief. Wes Mills, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Purdue Polytechnic High Schools is planning to expand its model and STEM-focused education curriculum to a third Indianapolis location. The charter school's new site, which will be located in Pike Township on the northwest side of the city, is expected to open for the 2023-24 academic year. The new location will be the 4th site for PPHS in Indiana, joining the Schweitzer Center at Englewood on the east side of Indianapolis, the North Campus in Broad Ripple, and PPHS South Bend. PPHS offers STEM-based curriculum intended to provide core academic principles and skills. Purdue says the network has since grown to serve more than 1,000 students in its 3 locations for the current academic year. An automaker with a major presence in Indiana is exploring the possibility of building an electric vehicle battery manufacturing plant in the Hoosier State. Here's Gary Dick.
Japanese automaker Honda Motor Company and South Korea-based LG Energy Solutions said Monday they plan to invest $4.4 billion to build a battery production plant in the U.S. through a joint venture. While the plant site is still undecided, the Associated Press is reporting that Greensburg is being considered. Honda Manufacturing of Indiana produces CR-V, Civic, and the Insight hybrid models at the plant in Greensburg. Brian Robbins, Executive Director of the Economic Development Corporation of Greensburg, Decatur County, tells Inside Indiana Business, quote, "We are, of course, always interested in any development opportunities stemming from these types of announcements, as well as future endeavors that such partnerships develop." The Wall Street Journal is reporting that Marysville, Ohio, which also has a Honda manufacturing plant, is the leading candidate for the EV battery facility. Construction would begin in early 2023, with mass production of advanced lithium-ion battery cells to start by the end of 2025. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Indianapolis Colts head coach Frank Reich is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.